Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to whomever, wherever, however, wherever, or whichever way you shall be watching this video, if you should so choose to watch this video. And if you choose to do so, I appreciate you spending your time with me. Your time is precious and valuable, and you chose to spend it here with me, watching this video for a certain period of time. You're never obligated, obviously, to watch this entire video. You always tune it off. I'm a bit tired, so I may be speaking pretty slowly, or slower than normal. I didn't really get any sleep last night or the night before. But other than that, nothing else much going on besides my new job and whatnot. So it's getting used to that. Today's topic is going to be what exercise means to me. Now, exercise is incredibly important. It doesn't mean you need to necessarily go to the gym and lift a lot of weights, although that would help. It just means getting you into some kind of habit, healthy habit that increases your heart rate, puts some physical stress on your body that will help to allow you to actually handle stress better and whatnot from that additional exertion. Is the way the body works. I would go into detail into the technical, but again, I'm tired. I'll be stuttering and stammering if I try to explain specifics. But personal experience with me, I used to be at my heaviest, I recall, around 243 pounds. That was my heaviest. Before I was that way, I was pretty much fluctuated. I was hovering around anywhere from 165 to 190. So my weight has really fluctuated over the years as I grew up. It wasn't until one incident, one year, around 2014, where something happened. Well, not really something happened, but more like the shirt that I was wearing at work. I was wearing a white dress shirt. It was wearing a large. Something you see out of a cartoon, a button shot off my shirt, and it flew a good 6 feet. So yeah, that was kind of a wake-up call. Then it forced me to purchase an extra large, which I hated because it was kind of loose on me, and it just felt crap about it. But it was coming off a time where there was some other stuff going on, but I didn't do any crazy exercise to lose all the weight initially, because I did lose a good 60 to 70 pounds within the span of about 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months. That's a lot of weight within a short period of time. It's because I pretty much did a 180 on my diet. From what I was used to eating, I was consuming a lot of unhealthy, fatty, sugary stuff, sedentary, never really exercised. So yeah, there's that. And then I pretty much did a 180 where I literally cut my calorie intake for the day from I would guess 3,500 calories, 4,000 calories to not even 2,000 calories. So doing that alone had pretty much helped me to lose a good 35, 40 pounds within a month or so. I would say about 2 months. Then it wasn't until I decided to walk to work, which was several miles, one way up and back, where it was cold out. It was the winter time, mind you, too. So I never really did any strenuous exercise. All I did was walk at a mildly fast pace to get my heart rate going up enough, and then pretty much the rest was there. I mean, a couple years ago I was back up to about 190, but then I lost it again. Now I'm maintaining around 155, 160, which is, I would say, ideal for me. But I miss going back to the gym and exercising. Well, I mean, I am going back to the gym and exercise, but the thing is, it's mine's been so preoccupied with stuff. It's been difficult for me to kind of maintain a habit like I did before. stress and whatnot. Other than that, I mean, exercise is something that I think everybody should do at some point, or just even yoga, enough to get you relaxed. Maybe take your mind off things. It can really help you to cope. It can help you to handle certain situations better, especially if you're consistent on exercising. And that's the big thing. Again, just like I touched upon in another video, previous video, consistency is key. Pretty much anything. I would say if I didn't resort to doing that, like power walking essentially, and then being a little bit more active in the gym and just gaining a physique, my health would have been a lot worse. I would just say me getting COVID would have been a lot worse. I probably would have been hospitalized because it was pretty bad. I mean, when I got COVID recently at Christmas, it hit me pretty rough. And I would say I'm relatively healthy, and fit. So you can only imagine if I was still like 240 or more with the diet that I had from then. Yeah, it would have been pretty bad. Get back on topic. Exercise, you should really, if you're not into exercise, do something that just will get you out and about, and just that would be considered exercise for you. So something that will get your heart rate going, and maybe puts enough exertion on your limbs and muscles, at least your muscles, and then be consistent with it. It could just be power walking. It's getting your heart rate going. If you're not used to walking fast, that's exercise for your legs. Get the blood flowing, can help strengthen your heart and lower your cholesterol, help with sugar, your metabolism, your immune system. There is really nothing negative with exercise that you would get, unless it's an injury where you overexert yourself, or you have maybe some pre-existing condition that you weren't aware of, or you are aware of but you were maybe a bit too rough on yourself with something, therefore causing strain, injury, a hernia, or something else. Exercise, for as long as you're a human being or a living creature, and as long as you have muscles and whatnot, you're gonna need to exercise them somehow. Unless you're genetically predisposed to be naturally fit and athletic all the time, where you don't really need to do much, which is far and few in between nowadays, and more so in this country, in the United States. There's not many cultures where people are just naturally athletic. Well, like for the abundantly speaking, or muscular, so to speak. But then again, I'm not an expert, so I could be wrong. But anyways, exercise has pretty much made a real big impact on my life. It's made an impact on my family. I had brothers who pretty much were gym rats. Would like to go to the gym, like working out, or were into wrestling. But yeah, it's something I recommend highly. And then maybe couple that with yoga and maybe meditation of some sort, especially around the spring and summer months, if you don't mind warm weather or hot weather. Some people like to do it in winter. And I can understand that. Again, I can see the benefit of exercising or whatnot in the wintertime, because again, I lost a lot of weight in the wintertime. It's easier for your body to keep cool in the wintertime, especially if you're doing high exertion exercise, or you're doing more cardio, where your heart rate's going up, and therefore your body doesn't overheat quickly. So that can cause potential heat stroke and whatnot, dehydration and all that. The only thing is, though, if you're going to exercise in the wintertime, hydration is still immensely important. It's like, although you may not feel hot or like you may not feel um, like overly exerted, because pretty much the cold temperature cools you down. You can get dehydrated relatively quick. So probably more so in the winter time than the summer months. That's some depending on what you're doing. So that was pretty much what I did. So long story short, again, exercise is important. It's crucial to my life. It's crucial to those in my family. It's pretty much crucial to everybody. I think I find it better, or at least this is my opinion, I find it better going to the gym and exercising with somebody else, like a friend. You can say your boyfriend or girlfriend, what have you, if you get along just fine. Working out with each other without any kind of disagreements. If you're both gym rats, hey, that's great. But it's just like you can push yourself a little bit more when you have somebody, when you have like a partner or a gym partner. Let's say a brother or a friend or a coworker. As an example, bench press. You can't really do max rep or max weight without being extremely careful. So let's say you're benching 250 pounds. You're doing, let's say, without a spotter, 5 or 6, but it's because you're not wanting to go more than that, because any more than that you're stuck. It's like you're risking potential injury to yourself because you're not able to rack it back. So you're not able to get that extra rep or two, and sometimes that extra rep or two matters a lot. So having that spotter there really helps. I mean, you don't necessarily need to have someone dedicated for you or a partner or gym rat. You can easily ask somebody at the gym, hey, can you spot me while I bench this? I'm going for a new record for me. So there's always that. Don't be afraid to ask for tips. People don't, I would say for the most part, people go to the gym don't really judge others who go to the gym, regardless of your physique. So there may be like some who think, well, if you're overweight and you're going to the gym, people are staring at you. Some people may stare at you, but the reasons for why they're staring at you may not be what you think for the reason why they're staring at you. They may be staring at you like, wow, good, awesome on that person going, awesome on that person going to the gym to get their weight in check, and whatnot. So you need to help promote positivity. All I can say for advice, if you're looking to go to the gym and you've never really been to the gym before or anything like that in your life, just go online, get some pointers. There are a lot of YouTube channels, a couple that I go to. One is Athlete X. He's like he's professional. He's a trainer, professional trainer. He helps a lot of people. He helps athletes and more than just athletes. Primarily Athlete X. You can also look up Yo Elliott. He's good. He's very much into the science of it, just like Athlete X. They're both pretty much into the science of it. So it's like you'll see the technical. Those two are my recommendations. Other than that, but yeah, it's just try out, just feel the weights out. Don't go crazy on your weights if you're looking to get into weightlifting. Say if you want to work your arms, or let's say your biceps or triceps, start with like a 10-pound dumbbell and see how many you see. If it's too heavy, if you can do a set of 10 pretty easily with a 10-pound dumbbell, go up to 15. See how many you can do, but it's ideal to start off at a lower weight and doing several sets at a lower weight, so that your body can get into that pattern of working, into that exercise pattern, that routine, because it may be a shock, and you'll probably gain muscle mass pretty quick, actually, because usually that's what happens. So what would happen is, for someone who may not have like done a lot of weightlifting, they may gain muscle mass relatively quick. So if they go from like relatively skinny, they can really put on a decent amount of muscle within, let's say, a 3 to 6 month period, pretty quickly. But then plateau where you have to do, where your body has pretty much become acclimated and used to, you know, working out now, so you have to push yourself a little harder. So it can be really good for you. So but yeah, that's my take. Hopefully the way I explained it and how I explained it kind of gives you also an additional, give you some additional insight, or give you some additional feedback in my interest in exercise. Other than that, it's, yeah, I appreciate you tuning in and, you know, sticking for watching this long, especially. You're a champion. You're a champion nonetheless. Remember, hang in there. If times are rough, it'll get better. You got to keep telling yourself that, even if it just means hanging in there day by day, or just in the moments. Rough waters will calm. Storm will pass. Oh, don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Don't be afraid to reach out and don't be afraid to extend your hand for help, because it can save your life. But yeah, appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And another thing with the push-up challenge, I have been doing it every day. I promise you. Today I might not do it. I'm gonna try, even if I don't get 100, but it's because I'm extremely tired. It may be helpful, but when I was trying to do the 100 push-ups last night, when I was already tired, it was rough. So considering I haven't had much sleep last night as well, and trying to do that, I'm probably not going to be able to do really 100 within a short span of time. Although I should have broken them up, probably did some in the morning and then the rest that night. But yeah, I'll have to make up for it somehow. Other than that, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.